Hello, my name is Brandon Wolf. I am the owner of Cutting Edge Consulting Services, and I'd like to just take a minute and give you a little background on my history and how I got here. I started in the investment banking and finance arena back in '97 as a career agent for Mutual of New York here in Boise. And I spent 5 years with Mutual of New York to build a book of business, and I primarily focused on the local businesses and business owners as a financial planner and also an investment advisor. And over the years, as my practice grew, it became evident to me that my customers could be better served if I was completely independent. It would offer far more investment options and products. So I took my practice independent with a partner that I'd started in the financial arena at the same time. We had worked a whole bunch of complex cases together and worked real well together, meshed well. And in 2010, I wanted a new challenge and opportunities to go after, so I sold my shares in the business to my partner and decided to move away from the client side and work directly with other financial advisors, and that's here locally and across the country. I do consulting work for them on a broad range, from investment strategies, their practice management, all the way over to marketing and advertising. And over my career, I worked with business owners that were both large and small, and two problems that were always on the docket for discussion, and that is how to increase revenue into the business and how to decrease past due accounts receivable. And many of my small business owners requested advice on banking and finance solutions for their customers with no credit to those with bad credit. And the problem is that we had a record number of bankruptcies over the last few years, which closes the door to many families looking for a way to finance payments over an extended period of time. Not long ago, I found the Platinum One, no credit required cash advance system. It does a fantastic job of increasing revenue for the businesses, and now they've developed a custom solution for auto dealers that I want to show you about today. The program is up and running over 500 dealerships nationwide. Many of the dealers are doing from $10,000 to as much as $50,000 a month in extra business with the platform. So I put the question out as what amounts to a little bit over $6 a day to possibly earn $100,000, $120,000, $240,000 in extra business. This offers your customers up to $5,000 at absolutely no risk to you. Great thing is there's no credit required. They are approved based upon their checking account history. Customers can use the program for the down payment on a vehicle and drive off that lot today and then make payments over an extended period of time, and we guarantee those payments to you as the merchant. Give a little bit more closer insight. The program's being used all across the country with many different businesses. It's really popular with dental world, be it dentists and the orthodontics. Attorneys are using it for DUI type of cases, auto repair shops, transmission shops, brakes, whatever. Veterinarians are a hot topic, and funeral homes are real big with this. People are going through a traumatic time in their life, and it seems like that's the time when they're struggling enough with the finances, and maybe they get a life insurance settlement that's coming, but those take months to get through, and that's if they've done well, they planned well and don't get trapped in probate. The list goes on and on. Many business owners use this way. It gets collection accounts, receivables reduced dramatically. The program doesn't have to be done with just new sales or services. This particular platform is tailored specifically for auto dealers, though, and it provides your customers with a cash advance to cover the down payment. And I guess a little bit more detail is that it's up to 25% of the total cost of the vehicle, and they cap it at $5,000. So that's the most that a customer could finance as far as a down payment goes. And it's special to know this is a cash advance and not a loan. And because it's a cash advance, they do not place a lien on the car. The program is all based on turning paper checks into guaranteed electronic debits from the customer's checking account. Let me give you a little more detail here. Cash advance, it's based on their checking account and not their credit profile. For them to be accepted, the checking account must have a few different guidelines that's complied with, and that they don't have any bounced checks or insufficient funds for the last 4 months, and plus enough to cover the initial down payment. Second is a great thing about this is 100% of the money goes back to you, the merchant, and you don't have to worry about it at all. Once they're accepted and it's done, you'll have the money deposited into the account for the dealership in about 48 to 72 hours is where they're hitting on. And again, this is absolutely no risk to the dealer. There are no chargeback, no resources whatsoever. We guarantee all their payments. The only catch on that is as long as there's no fraud involved, that it could get a little crazy. They offer payment options to your customer, and your customer gets to decide which ones they would like to have it. They can do a 3-month, a 6-month, or 12 months. I've got word coming down that they're working on getting out an 18-month platform, but it is not available right now. The amount is actually taken from the customer's checking account over the selected months that they've picked, and we are solely responsible for the payments. And the best part is it's quick and easy. It's not too tough to get these things pushed through. And I know some people feel that way with any type of loan product, especially if they're having difficulties with their credit. But this product can give you an edge that your other competitors can't come by. In other words, these people with these payment problems are looking to get into a vehicle that they can fall in love with, and we all know how vehicles are with people, and this can give you a leg up on being able to finance people that normally wouldn't apply. And think about how many possible sales you miss out on in a month from people not having enough money to make the down payment that the financial institutions requiring for them to be financed. Maybe we make it as simple as 3. And with the automotive news that we just looked up here, the average used vehicle sale last year delivered a gross profit, and this is the average across the country, and it's used car, not new, was around $2,400. Just if you think you're missing out on 3 deals due to credit or the customer's cash situation, I mean, that's $7,000 is just if it's 3. I suspect, though, that it's much more than 3 that you're missing out on, and can now capitalize on that and be able to look at those revenue increases and push the bottom dollar up. So as far as the client goes, it's pretty easy to apply and to get approval. It's literally just these 2 issues. As long as they've got a valid ID, state ID, military ID, passport even works, and they've got a valid checking account. So the history's all done on the checking account. They'll be able to quickly scan an account when they've got that number and the routing number into the system. Algorithm throws out, searches their banking history, and as long as the account has been open for 120 days, there cannot be any bounce checks or NSF fees in the last 4 months. And then they've got enough in the account to be able to pay for the first month's of financing payment for their cash advance. This is not something that you've got to wait for the 8 to 5 necessarily for a bank to be open. The software that they've got is able to scan that account and approve it in minutes, so even seconds. It's really, really quick and simple for the people. And those are the issues that you've got over. So as you sit down with your client, say, you know what, pull up your account, scroll through your phone, and make sure that we don't have any issues, and you should be good to go. As we, I want to take a look at the actual different payment plans. Remember that we did 3 of them. There's the 3-month, and then the 6-month, and the 12. And I want you to see how the plans differ based upon which ones that the customer looks at. The smaller one, if this is just a matter of maybe they're waiting on a tax refund or something to that matter that can be fixed shortly, the 3 months is going to be, of course, the way to go, just because of the interest rates is a lot lower. At the 6-month, you can see there that you drive up to 24.5%, and if you go to the year, it gets to 36.5%. All of them require at least 25% down on what that down payment needs to be. So take a look at a sample cost to the customer of an automobile deal, and I'm trying to make it just as simple as possible, but let's take the vehicle sales amount, this Toyota Camry down here. It's $13,999. The bank has required that the customer puts $1,000 down, and that's going to finance the vehicle for them, be it a big bank, small bank, whatever. We've got a big range as far as requirements from banks as what needs to be a down payment for people that are suffering with no credit or rough credit. So based upon the 12 months, so they've chose that they want to do the year, and it puts the warranty fee at $36.95. So if you take that $1,000, it's costing them $370 to spread that out over 12 months. The total customers down with putting those two together puts about $1,370. Again, because of the choice that they made to do the 12 months. The customer at that time writes a check for $342.38. That is 25% of the total down payment needed. So that's going to be the first one. So if you take those numbers and look at the gross here, $13,169.5. The check they wrote was for $342.38, which leaves a balance of $1,027.12. That's the amount that they're going to spread out over a long period of time for that year. And they're given smaller payments because it's financed that long. So to be able to walk away with that car, all that came out of their pocket today was $342.38, when it would have been, you know, $1,000 for them that they would have been needed to get that car right now. So this isn't a perfect fit for everybody. Again, it can be expensive. It's for those customers that are struggling to make it happen, and this gives them an option that you can provide that they can utilize. Now, we also put together these payment calculators, and you as the dealer will decide what platform that you would like to have available to your customers. So this is your decision. This is before we even get it applied and sent in. You'll want to decide if you want to do the max at 2,000, put the max at 3,000, max at 4, the max at 5. And what that platform does is it says, with your clients, for the most part, you've been able to look back at your current sales, and the sweet spot for you guys was the banks were requiring close to $2,000 is about what we're looking for. Maybe you're selling a little bit newer cars, and maybe it's a bank that wants a bigger down payment. So take a look at the 3,000. That'll be the max across the board for all of your customers. So make the choice based upon what fits your median the best. You're welcome to take it all the way up to $5,000. But look at the difference that it makes as far as the cost goes. And this is where you're able to enter the payment amounts, but where you want to see the difference is right here. These are the 3 options, the 3 plans. So this percentage rate for the warranty fee is at 13. The 6 month is at 19. The 1 year is at 31.95. If you go up to the 3,000, you can see here that we've got quite a bit of difference back there. So it does cost your customers a little bit more. You're going to want to weigh that about of can we get more people through, because again, this warranty rate does not affect the dealership. It's just what it's going to cost the client. You can kind of look at all four of them up close and see the differences with the plans of the 2,000, and it calculates what their down payment's going to be, the amount financed, and puts it together so that you're able to sit down with your customer, pull up the calculator, put the numbers in, run it a few different ways so that they can find a solution that best fits their budget and move forward and get this down payment financed. Now, to see how it works and how you'd actually move a customer through it here is, we'll show you how. The first step is customer must provide the driver's license and state ID, and they've got to have a checking account, but it's got to be an actual physical paper check that they've got in hand, because your device that you're going to be using to scan those documents, it needs an actual paper check. And number two is the merchant and customer must sign the security agreement. Merchant will receive a special calculator that we just talked about that will show you the amounts that will be debit and how it works over time. Step three, merchant will call toll-free to Platinum One, get the information off the security agreement, and within seconds the merchant will know if his customer's approved or declined. Once approved, the customer will write one check for the deposit dated the date of purchase. It's made out to the business. The merchant then runs the check and the security agreement through the check imager. That's the device that we talked about before. Get to a picture of it here a little bit further down. Next step is the terminal will actually print a receipt, and that's what must be signed by the customer that gives the processing center permission to debit the accounts for the scheduled payments that they had already decided they want. And then from that moment on, the customer's checking account is debited for the deposits as well as the balance, plus the warranty fee, and it's divided over what they choose, the 3, 6, or 12-month. And it's done. It's that easy. You get 100% of the invoice amount in your account within 48 to 72 hours. It's automatically deposited, and the whole process just takes a couple minutes. Now, as far as the merchant comes, or the dealer, this is how it works for you guys of what we're looking for to get put together to get you guys qualified. They've got to have a bank statement. It's the copy of the most recent bank summary page. We don't have to have all of the checks they're going through. They're just looking for the numbers of what you took in, what it went out. They just want to see that it's a stable business, and they practice well, they've been around long, and that you guys are profitable. The tax ID and the business license. This is whatever license is required here in Idaho, and that they also got to have the tax ID number, and it's for them to get qualified. They've got to have the proper documentation in place. As far as the principal for the dealership, there's got to be a copy of your driver's license. If it's multiple owners, it just has to be one of them, but it's got to be an actual owner. It can't be the F&I guy. It's got to be one of the owners of the dealership. We need photos of the business. What they're looking for is a standard car lot. They want to see that it's not being run out of a chop shop back in a back alley. So for qualifications, they want pictures of the building. They want to see the sign out in the lot. Take a couple of pictures of the inventory, and they love to see the reception area where customers come in. And we're looking at aligning with people that that present themselves well and are a reputable company for this partnership moving forward. We need the master lease agreement, and you also need to include a copy of the voided check, and that is for the dealership. We're not talking about the customer. It would be the main checking account for the dealership that you want the money to be deposited in. It's that money that is the full amount for the down payment. And finally, the lease and finance app. The signed lease and finance application must be submitted for a credit check to determine eligibility. What they're looking for here is just nothing that that blows us up out of the water. You do not have to have perfect credit. Again, that's kind of the business that we're looking in. They want to make sure that the business is stable, and that's all they're really looking for. Not such an issue here in Boise. They run into that problem in larger markets, and as you can imagine, we're pretty proud of the businesses here locally, and Boise is such a great place and a great place to do business, especially for this program. And that's it. As far as your costs go, merchant know what it actually costs you to get this thing going. For the software for the auto dealership, and this software is for the maintenance programming, the installation, and then for the actual check scanner and the terminal were all there included in that. Works out to be about $6 a day. So $194.99, that's for a month, and that's for 48 months. That's a 48-month lease. But keep in mind that this is a true lease, so that means that it is 100% tax deductible. In other words, if you paid taxes last year and will be paying taxes this year, every penny that you pay towards this program is a tax credit, not just a deduction, a credit. So you literally will be paid back as far as taxes goes by 100% of everything that it costs you to put into this program here. If you want to pay off the lease early, there's no prepayment penalty. This lease also can be transferred and sold. So the dealership actually owns this lease. So let's give an example of, you're looking to sell out and in 2 years, and you would like a buyer to come in and take a look at the dealership. This could be sold as a piece of the dealership and transferred out. It can also be moved to another dealer. If you've got another dealer, perhaps you're buying it or you've got something going, you can transfer it. There's a first and last month's fee payment, so you're going to get the $195 twice, and that's normally within 7 to 10 days after they get the software and the scanner in place. So total is going to be 3 of the $195. There's a $40 service fee that they've got on it, and that's waived if you're on the $2,000 limit. It's the one that you want. And then the cool thing after that is just sit back and watch the sales and revenue climb. I mean, it's great. So once we've got an approval, the merchant agreement and the lease agreement, they'll be sent to you by email. And once you send those, scan them and send them back, the equipment will be sent to the dealership within 2 to 3 days. And we schedule a date to get your plug and play software, imager, and the terminal set and installed. And it can be done in person or over the telephone. It's like I said, plug and play, easy to get set up and moving. So just to recap, and these are the points that I want you to be able to take from what we've gone over here, and that's that the program is based on their checking account history and not their credit. It will allow for up to 25% of the cost of the vehicle, but can't exceed $5,000. And also remember that this does not violate the finance agreement. It states that you cannot have 2 compounding interest loans on the same vehicle. The customer, through the Platinum One, is charged a flat warranty fee for the cash advance. It's no different than having mom and dad help by making a cash deposit in their checking account, and they do it. So it falls into the exact same. And remember, 100% of the money goes to you. You don't have to finance any of this stuff. You don't have to try and do payment options on a down payment. It allows you to get the additional revenue into your business right away, and you don't have anything to risk whatsoever. Totally, it's all guaranteed by Platinum One. The payment options, this gives the customer the ability to custom tailor this to their financial needs. It's backed by Wells Fargo, and Platinum One is responsible for all the payments. The warranty rates vary, and you'll want to be able to show that to your customer of what it costs to get things now or wait, and what it may cost to trim it down a little bit more to help them out for less of the amount that's going to cost them to finance over that year. The cost to the merchant, we just reviewed it. The lease, once you've paid the first month's last rent on it, the setup fee, it's $195 a month, and that's it. That includes all of the installation, training, maintenance, warranty, programming, and it will easily, this fee, selling just one car to this program, when you look at the average profit that you guys are having from the sale of a vehicle. So very, very easy for auto dealers to pay for this program completely, offering a benefit to your customer and allowing you to compete in a market that normally would push you out just because the customer does not have that down payment a month. Moving on here, again, my name is Brandon Wolf, and I am here to answer any and all questions that you've got. I'm leaving my direct line up here. I don't even run people through my front reception area. It comes straight back to me. Feel free to text me or call me on my mobile. And email's real easy to find as well, BrandonCuttingEdge@outlook.com. And feel free to check out our website, and it's cuttingedgeconsultingservices.com/plat-1. Thank you for your time today, and I look forward to doing business with you guys here in the future. Thanks for your time, guys.